Alright, hey guys, welcome again to Fire Alarms and Such. And today we're going to be talking about the difference between a 2-wire and a 4-wire notification appliance. So, we're going to go up to the notification appliance spots on my panel. And up here is the Gentex Commander 3. This is a 4-wire device. I'll show you. So if I take the actual device off its mount, you will see it has 6 terminals. 5 terminals, my bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason this one has 5 and is still called a 4-wire device is because it has supervision, which is a whole other thing that I'll talk about in another video. But you can see here on the labeling it says S+, S+, S-. The 2 S+'s are for supervision, and the H+, H-. S stands for strobe, H stands for horn. So there's 2 independent power sources. There's one power source going into strobe and one power source going into horn. So, on the contrary, just slide this back in, go over to the Spectra Alert Advance. This is a 2-wire device. Take this off. So you see this has 3 terminals. Again, there's an extra one for supervision. And so the way this works is it's negative and then positive and positive. So we're just going to ignore that last positive because that's for supervision. Just focus on the first positive. So that means that there's one power source powering both the horn and the strobe. So you're like, alright, big deal. What's this mean to me? Well, I'll show you. So if we activate an alarm, like my Notifier VGX 101L, false alarm sound. So now the panel is silenced. This one, the strobe is still flashing. This one is not. So what that does with the 4-wire device is this panel is a 4-NAC panel. So NAC 1 is powering all the horns or 2-wire devices that are on the board. NAC 4 is powering all the strobes. So on here, the panel for NAC 4 is set to non-silenceable, meaning that it will not turn off NAC 4 until it is reset, which means that the strobe will continue to flash. You can't do this on this specific panel. This is the Silent Night 5208 conventional fire alarm control panel. You cannot do 2-wire audible silence. Some of the new smarter panels like the Unimode, Unimode 10UD, or Unimode 10, I forget the exact, the Unimode series. They can do 2-wire audible silence, which means that they send a specific amount of current through to just power the strobe and not the horn. So between 2 and 4-wire devices, I'm going to reset the panel and take the strobe off. Ooh, no, not yet. I got to reset the pull station. So between 2 and 4-wire devices, if you are just a hobbyist who does not have a panel, or you do have a panel that only has like 2 NACs on it, like, I mean, my board, for those of you who haven't seen my videos, there's 2 NACs on the board. That's NAC 1, and then NAC 2 is on the ceiling for any ceiling alarms I have. NAC 3 is my trouble light, and then NAC 4 is all the strobes. So if your panel only has a limited number of NACs, or you're just a hobbyist who doesn't have a panel, you're just hooking things up to battery, I would go 2-wire device. And that is just simply just hook it right up. But if you do have a panel, I would recommend a 4-wire device. Now, what's great about the Gentex Commander 3 is this specific alarm can be a 2 or a 4-wire device. If you hook it up to just S+ and S-, and then set the dip switches 1 and 2 in the on position, it will act as a 2-wire device, which is nice. But as soon as you bring them down, then it will no longer act like a 2-wire device. It'll act like a 4-wire. So that's nice. If you think one day you're going to go from just having a bunch of alarms to then having a bunch of alarms and a panel, Gentex Commander 3, because it can be both. So with a 2-wire and 4-wire device, I personally like 4-wire devices better because it allows you to do audible silence easier. And, well, honestly, yeah, that's pretty much it. It allows you to do audible silence, which is something I really like. But 2-wire is always easier. I mean, I had to run a whole big mess of cables into this box. Actually, both boxes, but this is a junction. Anywho, to be able to have 2 NACs flowing to the same spot. So that is basically my little blurb on the difference between a 2 and a 4-wire device. For pull stations, 2 and 4-wire doesn't matter. A 2-wire device, it just goes right in and right back out and continues on to the next series. And a 4-wire device, it adds better supervision, or no, that's pretty much it. Adds better supervision and something different with adjustable that I'm not going to get into because I don't want to start doing the adjustable stuff yet. And then with smoke detectors between 2 and 4-wire devices, these are 2-wire devices. So the alarm loop and the power are both in the same loop. On a 4-wire device, it's the power goes in and powers all the smoke detectors, and then the alarm loop goes in, and that's actually what checks for alarms. And it adds 2 layers of supervision. It adds a power supervision and a alarm supervision. So that is my brief explanation on 2 and 4-wire devices between NAC, or notification appliances, smokes, and pull stations. So, thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day, and see you next time.